Hello, I'm Ash2K and here for another video to help promote my upcoming single, The Deluge, which is due to come out on August the 21st and is part of my album, The Humanize, and more singles to come after The Deluge before the drop of the album. Today, I wanted to look more at the drums for The Deluge. So I've got the track open here. And soloed. The drums are just here, so I've programmed the drums. So let's just play a bit. Quite dry drums. I've gone for a Fleetwood Mac sound inspired. I like that Fleetwood Mac-y sound, but with a slight twist. Obviously, creative license. I'm not trying to copy them exactly. It's inspired, not a rip-off, or at least that's the intention. So if it opens all right and hopefully relatively quickly, let's have a look at the drum plugin. Here we go. Right, so this is Addictive Drums 2. I am using, let's have a look at Explore, a custom version here. So I've actually created a version called Ash Dry Old School in this, even though I have created some Fleetwood Mac drums, various different versions of it, as well as my other saved versions. So kit wise, I'm not going to dive too much into this. I could just click on some of the things and you can see how I've shaped things accordingly to emulate that Fleetwood Mac sound. Basically going for a relatively vintage dry kit and then adjusting various things accordingly to get the sound that I'm looking for. Okay, jumping through there. Got a clap and a tambourine in there as well, and there is a little bit of layering with the snare drum, probably to give it a bit more punch. Yeah, so it actually sounds a bit more like a tom mixed with the snare. Anyway, so processing wise, well, even if we just look at the programming here, so I tried to program them as a drummer would play them without them being too linear. However, you know, Fleetwood Mac style of drumming is quite linear, like a drum machine. So, as you can see here, this is the programming. The hi-hat, I believe. So kick and snare, and then we've got toms up here, cymbals up there. Pretty simple beat, less is more. Jump in to the ride cymbal here, isn't it? And a few fills. Some claps. Okay, processing wise, if I just click here, we're seeing the track there, and then the actual mix bus. So I'm using a virtual mix rack, which is part of the Slate plugin, and I've configured a preset here, Fleetwood Mac drum bus. Don't know if I can extend this a bit. No, can't. Okay, so basically we've got a virtual channel, a little bit of EQ doing some stuff around the bottom end, a little cut actually to get rid of the sub bass, a little boost around 80 Hertz where the warmth is of the kick drum, the punch I suppose, and a little bit of top end detail, compression, about 3 dBs of gain reduction, as you can see here, the various settings, not too fast attack, not too slow release. Trying to keep it natural in sound, and then the revival gives a little bit of sparkle and thickness, and then the preamp emulator actually just fattens it out a little bit. It's essentially like harmonic distortion, tube saturation. It just brings it to life a bit. Let's do that again. Off. Sounds alright. Sounds a bit more warm and analog. Okay, then we've got fresh air which I've decided to put on this, doing very little, but it's a little bit of mid-air and high air. I just found this sounded better to allow the clarity of the drums to punch through a little bit more. So if I take that off, it just sounds a bit further back, a bit more dry, a little bit more sparkle around the cymbals, hi-hats, the high end of the snare drum, etc. Then I've just put on a limiter basically to about 3 decibels of gain reduction again, and just a slight boost, which is a mixed choice when I felt it needed a bit more. So I did it on the limiter because the fader was at 0 and I didn't really want to go beyond that. So I just pushed it up a little bit in this brick wall style limiter. It does have a function here where you can see it in a slightly different graphic way, how much is going on there. Okay, so that is that. Let's just have a look at the mixer here. Drums, we've just got a little bit of reverb. So if I take the reverb off, this sounds a bit more dry. You have got a bit of a room sound on the Addictive Drums too. You can control that, but obviously there is a bit on there in this, and I like that, so I've gone with it. Do that again quickly and just reverb on, off, and on. Very subtle again. Overall, what I'm trying to do with the reverb is I tried to make it sound like you can hear the right volume of instruments within the room, and doing a global reverb thing. I wouldn't want the drums to be too loud relative to the vocal in the room if they were actually in a room. I was actually in the room doing it. So overall effect here, I mean, you can barely hear the drums at all in that. For example, if I turn it up a little bit, probably could have done a little bit more in there, really. Maybe leave it there a little bit. Together we will ride through the broken nights. And that's it for now for the drums. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please ask and I will do my best to answer. And like, subscribe, share, and help me build my following. Thank you very much.